It's me, Shauna, with a Just Try to Be Nice, and I hate doing it this way because, like, for all I know, I'm out of, I'm not in center, and you're, like, staring at my hair and or looking at, like, I hate doing it this way, but I'm doing this way for a reason because I'm going to be showing you some of my projects that I'm doing. So, I'm crafty, y'all. Y'all know that. But I'm also lazy, and so I've been doing a lot of bullet journaling, but I've been, dealing with some stuff. And it makes it really hard to do bullet journaling. My brain is just like, nah, girl, no, stop. So I didn't do any journaling for January, and I'm like phoning it in for February with just like heart stickers, and it's just not working. It's not getting my creativity out. So I was like, okay, you know what? I keep seeing all of these diamond paint kits on Facebook, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try one. And they had one at Michael's. It was a cat one, and it was originally, when it first came out, it was like $40. And I was like, screw that, because I love Michael's, because they got the 40% off coupon like every day. Sometimes you can get 50, but every day you can get 40% off, as long as it is not on sale or what is considered an everyday value, which is like all of their artist loft stuff is considered an everyday value. And honestly, that shit is dirt cheap to begin with. It's like all $4.97. So I ain't even mad at them for not letting me use the coupon on that, because it's already $4.97. So I was like, even with a 40% off coupon, that's still going to be like $20, like $25, $30. No way! So then the price just kept coming down and down and down and down and down until it was finally only $9.99, and it wasn't on sale. It was just the regular price. So then I was able to use a coupon, which got it to me for like $6. And this was the first one that I got. And this cat actually had two eyes, but I have a cat named Itty Bitty who only has one eye, and then she had an eye, a dog attacked her, and so there's a scar where her eye was or used to be. So instead of two eyes, because this is for Itty Bitty, honestly, I made it that way. I changed it up and did my own design with the scar there. But this one was like $7, so I was like, okay, you know what, I'll try it, because it's only $7. And this is another thing you should note about this one, specifically. This is not diamonds, so it's really kind of a small design. It didn't take me long. I was able to complete it in like a weekend. Actually, I think it was like a Saturday. And I really like it. Like, it has a lot of detail, and I love the sparkle to it. Like, I just love the whole thing. So, I was like, okay, that's a win. Love it. Then I got this guy, who's a paint by number. He was on sale for $7 at this store here called Second and Charles. And I was like, I want to try a paint by number, but I don't want to try like a really fancy one. And so I was able to do this one. Now, I do not like this one. It's got like this weird paint that's like a matte finish, and I hate it. I don't like it at all. I didn't like doing it, but I did it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I was okay with that. So then I got this one. Now, this paint by number, whoo, y'all. Now, it's pretty. It's pretty. And the reason why I have it hung up, and I painted this. This is just, I painted it with just like shiny gray paint that I had. It would be white, and it would have all the details. And it looks like this. All of this stuff on the sides. See, they all have the same thing. But I didn't want that, so I painted over it. And this one is okay. The thing about the paint by number is, like, this one specifically, this color specifically, it's like a lighter orange. So I had to do like 5 coats of it to cover the lines and the numbers. Because, like, I'm not trying to hide the fact that it's a paint by number. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, no, I totally did that. Because this design specifically, anybody who knows anything about art knows that that design is not you. That this is a very popular design. So, I'm not trying to be like, no, I totally painted that myself. No, I'm not hiding that it's a paint by number. But at the same time, I don't want it to look like a little kid's paint by number where you can see the numbers and see the lines. I didn't want that. So, like, I had to go back over. Let me see if you can, I don't know if you can even see still. See how, like, thick it is right there in the middle? It's because I was trying to cover up all the numbers. And this took me about 3 weeks. Now, that's not like every single day I'm doing nothing but painting. It's in my spare time. I usually get about 3 or 4 hours a night, and maybe 1 hour during the day. Maybe 1 hour during the day. So this took a really long time, and honestly, again, not terrible. Oh, I took some artist liberties with this one too because I added some sparkles. I don't know if y'all can see that it sparkles. Oh, get your butt back in the wall. So I added some sparkles to these snowflakes. They did not come with the sparkles. There you go. Now you can see them. But I was like, shit, they're snowflakes. They should sparkle. And I like my shit to sparkle. I like my stuff, my art stuff, to have sparkle. Okay, hold on. It's my angle. It's because I'm down low. I can't get it to go back in the wall. So I added the sparkles because I like them. But honestly, oh, okay, so this painting is like wanting to come down now. And you've got to keep it on the wall. Hold on, I'm just going to set you right there. You have to keep it on the wall. Oh no, I dropped a thumbtack. Oh, that's like a little pointy foot bomb. It's going to go off and somebody's going to be like, ouch. So you have to keep them either under something heavy that's going to keep them in place, or you have to hang them up like this because they want to, I guess because of the paint maybe that's on them, I'm not sure, but they, as you can see, they want to like curl up in a roll. That's like, it wants to curl up. That's just like naturally what the canvas itself does. Now, side note, you can get these on a frame. It's like $10 more. And I have some other ones in there that I got. And they're on a wood frame. And I think that that'll make a difference. It'll be easier to hang them. And this one I have to get framed. And that's another $20, $30. Even with a coupon at Michael's. Although I did find a bunch of frames in somebody's trash the other day. And I'm pretty sure one of them is going to work. That's not the point. Not everybody's going to get lucky enough to find 27 frames in somebody's trash because some old lady who had liked art died. So, $21 for this. Then an additional $20 for framing at a minimum. So that's $40, $50 right there. And it was a lot of work too. It took a long time. And I really was like, this is not the thing I want to do anymore. So, oh yeah. So when I ordered this one on Amazon, it came up and was like, hey, there's a bunch of diamond paint kits that are only a penny. Now, they're a penny. You pay $4.95 shipping and handling, and it takes like a month or two for them to get to you, but they're a penny. So, in those was this one. Not the cat one. It was this one. The dragon one. And honestly, this one was a penny. I paid $4.97 for shipping and handling, but it itself was a penny. And this is what it's supposed to look like. So, it did end up looking like that. And y'all that know Banana, my daughter loves dinosaurs and dragons and things like that. So of the 5 that it gave me to choose from for a penny, I picked this one. And this one is a little bit different in that it's completely... Oh, I lost one. Oh no. Where did you come from? Where's the hole? Wait, were you just... It was just like stuck on the outside. Okay, yeah, so that's another thing. These things do not stay. They will come off. So I had this one hanging up on the wall for a reason. And this one I have it in between 2 big books that I have because these, they are stuck to it. But if you like were to do like something like that or move it in any way, they will fall off. They are not secure on this thing anyway. But this, I started it on a Thursday night. I worked on it for a couple hours on Thursday night, a couple hours on Friday. And then about 5 or 6 hours on Saturday, it was done. Completely. So this one, I was like, this is the way to go. Now here's the difference in this versus that. As I said, that one took me 3 weeks because I kept having to do layer upon layer. And it's like I couldn't lay the first layer. I had to wait an hour or 2 for it to dry before I could then lay another layer. And I did moved on, but still I kept having to go back and go back and go back and go back. And it was just too much. Whereas with this one, you put the one diamond and you're done. You don't have to go back and do another coat or go back and do another. You don't have to do that. So then I got this guy. And as I said, this design is very popular. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to compare them. As you can see, it's almost the... Hold on, there's like a really bad glare because of the okay, so... Look, I'm showing you how they work, and I'm not showing you how they work, okay? So it comes like this. And as you can see, it's like a cross stitch. where there's like different letters and different symbols. Although this one is really nice because it's color coded as well. So not only is it a symbol, but it's also that color. So you can see that like the different colors, that makes it easy too. Because like up here, I was dealing with the Y's and the V's, and they look very similar, but they were a different color. So that made it very easy for me to figure out which one were Y's and which one were V's. And I've gotten most of this one done, a couple of these done. I'm going in order. I'm going in the order that they tell me to go. With this one, I could have done it in the order, but I didn't. I started with because it was all numbers. This one has numbers and symbols, but this one has just numbers. So I started with the one that had the least amount of beads in it, and then the next number with the least amount of beads, and then the next number with the least amount of beads, and so on and so on and so on. But with this one is much bigger. Here, let's compare them. See, it's much bigger than the other one. And I wanted to do it the right way, so I'm following it in the order that they told me, and I'm right about here. That's the letter I'm on right now, is H. And see that color? That is the color of the bead. And if you come over here, then you'll see the little H's and how they're like a different color from that one. So here's what you do. Now, I have mine taped to a corkboard that my husband brought me from his office because they were going to throw it away. And he was like, I'm sure you can find something to use this for. And I was like, yeah. So I just have it push pinned down to the corkboard. And then when you want to put some on, you just peel the plastic back. And this is sticky because they stick to it. Let's see if I can. You hear that? That's the sticky. So, okay. So then you get your little thingy just like this. Although I used this. I have it in this because I was in the car. And this one will, it's not level. That one will slip and they will spill. But this one, they don't spill out of it as easily. So when I'm in the car, I use this. And just a pro tip, because, you know, I'm all about like making things easier. I have a couple pro tips for this diamond painting process here. So this is a box that we got cookies in for Christmas. It came with 12 cookies. And I was like, holy, yeah, see, look, s'mores flavored cookies. But I was like, holy cow, that's a great box. I'm not going to just throw it away. So I actually used this box to keep all of my paint by number, or my paint magic kit in there. So they come with a pencil, and sometimes it's pink, and it doesn't come with this back part. This back part actually comes out. I stole this back part from another one I had, because the one I had did not come with it. And as you can see, it came with this little rubbery grip, which is okay, but it it slips a lot. And this is my pro tip. So this is a half of a chopstick. So what you'll do is you place the diamond, and it kind of goes in sideways, and you want it in there. So you take your finger and you kind of just go poof, 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 and it slides in there. But when you do that, it hurts your finger. And after doing 3 of these, especially the dragon one, my little fingers were torn up. So I was like, screw that. I need to find something that has a flat base that can push them in for me. And we just happened to get Chinese that night. And I was like, booyah! So I used a hair tie. And I stuck this chapstick, cut it in half because it was too long. And then now, when I put them in, boop, 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 I just do boom, 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 and tap them in. It's so much easier. It doesn't hurt your hand. This is what it came with. Like the other one that I got, one of the kits that it came with this. But this doesn't, it still allows it to like slide because it's just like thin. You need like a solid thing like this that'll just like stomp them in there. Second pro tip is it comes with this red wax, which works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's kind of crappy, and it annoys me more than anything. So what you do is you go to your Target or your Walmart, or if you're lucky, your dollar store, and you get some silly putty. And this is actually glow-in-the-dark blue silly putty. It works so much better than the red wax. It's like night and day difference. And all you do, well, I have nails, so you just grab a little piece, just like this, boom, boom. You roll it up, stick it on the end of your little pencil, and this works so much better than the wax. It's cheaper, and there's way more of it, because they don't really give you a lot of wax. And then, so this half is Silly Putty, and it glows in the dark, so it's pretty cool. Not necessary that it glows in the dark, but I like that it glows in the dark. And then this is what's called glue tack. This is what people use to like put stuff on walls, and it also works incredibly well. So I have half glue tack in one side and then half Silly Putty in the other side, and I keep them in this little egg because it's like semi-airtight or whatever. Hold on, keep them in this little egg, ching, and it just lives in there. So this is the glue tack. My daughter kept saying, I was like, what are you talking about?
That's not glue tack, though.
Sorry about that. That's Haley. Her OCD is driving her nuts because it's supposed to be blue, but it wasn't blue. But this is what you need. It's called Removable Mounting Putty. And it wasn't bad. I mean, this whole thing was like $1.99. And a half of one stick fits in a half of my Silly Putty container. So I keep that in there. And then I keep all of the different beads for the project in there. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to take a picture after every one. So it kind of shows my progress. It kind of shows you guys like what's going on and how well I'm doing or not. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to set you here. Set you right there. And this is where I do most of it on my bed. There's also a place in the bonus room in front of the TV. Oh, hold on. Okay, so, oh almighty, can I just get my shit together to shoot one friggin' YouTube video? Good God. So I've got my I've got my Silly Putty on there, and you can, now what you can do is you can just fill this up, and that works. It will pick up, but I like to do more, because then you can pick up more at a time. And I like to try to pick up 2 at a time as much as I can. So then you want to kind of just put like a little, kind of like a Q-tip on the end. And if you have this tray's great. One of the kits I got came with it. The other one came with a green tray that didn't have the little lines. See, I don't know if you can see or not, but this one has lines in it. And that my projects are all end up covered in dog hair. But I was like, you know what, that's okay, because in the future, some relative of mine, 50, 100 years in the future is going to, like, find this painting and be like, oh my God, this is so cool. My great-great-great-aunt did it. And, oh my God, there's dog hair, so we can totally clone her dog. Okay, so you just do this. You get them in there, tap them, and they line up. It's hard to show you because I have to get it at the right angle. But if you can see how these are all lined up in that little row, that's how you do 2 at a time. And if you can do 2 at a time, do 2 at a time. This process takes forever and a friggin' day. So, if you can see, I have 2 in a row. 2 on the line. Sometimes you can get 3 where it's like a 90-degree angle, but that gets a little complicated. So you can either put them in like this, or you can put them in like this, or you can put them in like that. And now that I have my little thingy loaded, I'm going to show you. Alright, so see my little 2 little dots on there? And we're going to stick them right there. Find the 2 H's. You just slip them in. And then you flip it over. And now here's another thing. So sometimes they don't want to lay down. I'm going to move him so you see. They don't want to lay down exactly in the middle. And honestly, as someone who's done these before, you want them to be as close to centered as possible. So I like to come in with my little chopsticky, and I like to make them, move them so that they're as close to in the center of the block that they're supposed to be. And, like, can I just get my stuff together? So my mother-in-law just called me in the middle of the shooting of the video, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just trying to shoot a YouTube video. This is why I don't do more videos, y'all. Like, I just don't ever get the opportunity unless I'm in the car by myself alone. Which is, you know what? Probably gonna have to do this again, reshoot it in the car alone later today. I'm gonna finish this one, but I probably won't end up posting it. So anyway, so you take your pencil and you line them up And you want to try to get them as close to center as possible because it'll only make it easier for you when you start to get to the end and you're trying to fit them into this tiny little space because you haven't been really careful about making sure that they're in the right place to begin with. That's definitely an issue. So there you go. That's my video. And I personally, if I have to choose between the paint by number and the diamond paint, I'm going to choose the diamond paint because paint by number, like I did another paint by number and I ended up giving it to Kylie, my oldest daughter, because she kept asking for one, and it was making me so angry because no matter how many coats of paint I put, you could still see the lines and you could still see the numbers. They were black lines. That one over there was actually like a light red, and that one was not easy to cover up, but it was a much easier process to cover up a light red than it is to cover up black. So I finally just was like, okay, I'm going to put all this time in, and my OCD will not let me have lines or numbers. My OCD is just like, nope, it's not complete. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. So after 10 coats and like 5 days, I had not gotten past like the third color, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this process. I don't want to do this anymore. My head's getting callous on my finger. I was like, I'm done. So that's when I picked up this dragon one here. And honestly, if I have to choose between the paint by number, which is pretty, don't get me wrong, or the diamond paint, I'm going to choose this one because, again, you put one diamond down and you're done. You don't have to come back. You don't have to do another coat. You don't have to make sure the line, nothing. You are just done. And as you can see, they fit in like a puzzle. So you don't really see any space behind it. You don't really see any empty spaces. It just fills in. And because this one's like colored underneath it too, even if you do, you won't. So this is probably what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. And I just wanted to share a quick video with you guys because I'm really enjoying the diamond painting. It's really, really helpful for me. It helps with my OCD. I've always enjoyed doing puzzles, like putting puzzles together. I've always enjoyed like things like that because it helps me when my brain is just all over the place and chaotic and just like overwhelmed. It like helps my brain to like put things in their proper place. It helps my brain to be like, okay, everything's good, everything's good, everything's good. And I didn't get that everything's good from the paint by number. I got the, it's not good enough, I need to try harder, this isn't working, and it was very defeating and frustrating for me, just for my mental stability. So I love this. It's really calming. Like I did these purple ones the other night, and I just literally was like, whew, when I got done, because my brain was finally like not in this manic crazy phase. My brain was like, it's okay. It's all good. You can calm down now. So I just wanted to say, and honestly, like, a lot of times I think about my mom, because my mom was the crafter in the family, and my mom is the one that got me into crafting. But she got me into crafting because I never got to do any crafts with her. It was always my mom doing a craft or my mom doing a puzzle, but I could never participate because she was afraid I would lose a piece, which I probably would have. And she was afraid I would mess up the art project that she was doing, or the cross stitch or whatever, and I probably would have. So I'm not mad about it, but at the same time, it's like, so what? So what if I lose a puzzle piece? Big freaking deal. So what if I mess up your cross stitch? Big freaking deal. In the big picture, it's not that big of a deal. But because I could never do them with her, it always made me want to do crafty stuff. So whenever I go into a craft mindset of any kind, my mom comes in there. And I think, would my mom have enjoyed this? And the truth is, my mom would have loved this. And what I love most about it is it's accessible to everybody. It's not like this paint by number kit here. That was $20-something, okay? Not everybody has $20 to spend on a frivolous craft thing. Now, you can be like me and be resourceful and be like, okay, I'm going to spend $20 on this, but at the end of it, I'm going to have a gift that I can give to someone else. Like, I'm making an oceany one for my father-in-law because he has the beach house. But, like, that's on you if you want to do that. But not everybody has $20 to just spend on something that's not important. And these, that's why I like these, because now this one was $20 because it's bigger. This one was $20. But when I bought this one, it enabled me to buy this one for a penny. So I actually got 2 of them. Well, it was $4.97 shipping and handling, but I actually only paid a penny for the actual kit. So that's like a Wish deal right there, to be honest with you. And I love that it's accessible to everybody. So for $5, you can do one of these 2. Go on Amazon.com, go diamond painting kits, go into the filter section and do lowest to highest priced, and the penny ones will pop up first. And there's somewhere between 20 and 50 to choose from, depending. They're not always available. Sometimes there's certain designs that are available, seasonal and stuff, and there's like Christmas designs around Christmas time, so on and so on. But there's at least 20 to choose from. And for $5, you too can do this project, which that makes me happy. I like that. I like that it's accessible to everybody. I mean, I like that it's fun, and it's pretty. They end up really nice at the end. When I showed Hannah Banana the dragon, she was like, oh my God, Mom, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much for making it. So I ordered one for Kylie. It's really pretty butterflies and like dragonflies. It's really pretty. She's going to love it. And I just wanted to do a quick video and share with you because I'm really enjoying this process. And I wanted to share with you how much I'm enjoying it because it's kind of new. It's only been around for a couple years, and I think people are a little more like hesitant to do it or to try it. And honestly, I have a friend on Facebook named Tanya, and her husband had bought her a couple for Christmas, and she was like, dude, this is so much fun. And I had a gift card from Christmas for Michael's, so that's how I got the kitty one on sale for like $6. Or I wouldn't have, if she hadn't posted that on Facebook and was like, this is amazingly fun, I wouldn't have thought to buy one because I would have thought it's really difficult and it's too much and it's a lot to keep. It's no different than cross stitch. It is absolutely no different than cross stitch. The concept is the exact same as cross stitch. And anyone who knows cross stitch, I think you'll get a kick out of this because if you look on here, it says the number. Here, let me get rid of this plastic. It says the number, and then it says the color, and then do you see what that is right there? Can you see it? Will it let you see it? Oh, come on, let him see it. Let him see it, phone. Let him see it. Seriously, phone? Seriously, phone? Seriously? Oh, sometimes I hate this phone. It says DMC, which DMC, for anyone that knows cross stitch, knows that that's the company that makes the embroidery floss. That the company that makes the embroidery floss, where every single cross stitch, number 867, is DMC number 867. If you go to any craft store and you find DMC section with embroidery floss, 867 is going to be the same color in Iowa, it's going to be the same color in Hawaii, and it's going to be the same color in this as well, because they are basically using the concept of cross stitch, but with diamonds instead. And I freaking love it! Love it! So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and comment. And again, I'm probably going to reshoot this in my van. So this is all just practice. But maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty lazy. I may just be like, screw it. I'm going to post it anyway. And I hope y'all are good. Love y'all. I got to go to an IEP meeting. So cross your fingers for me that I don't strangle some stupid teacher. I'm only kidding. I love the teachers and have nothing but respect for them. I could never do their job, but I hate an IEP meeting. And anyone who's actually sat in an IEP meeting would understand why. So I will talk to you guys later. Mwah, bye. And I'm going to let you go out. Say bye, Leo. Say bye, Leo. Bye. He's been here the whole time. My little mascot. So, oh, I never got to show you. I never showed you what it looked like without the plastic, so it makes it harder to see. But as you can see, it's pretty freaking cool. For whatever reason, it's making me do the orange part first. I would have done this section, then this section, then this section, then this section, but that's my OCD. But again, I'm following in the order that they want me to follow in, because I think that's the way that they want me to do it, for whatever reason. So, this is the section that I've done the most of. And as you can see, it's coming along quick. Oh, and since I have this posted on this little cork board like I do, it travels with me. So when I go to the girls' school, that's why I'm going to shoot another video in front of their school. When I'm in front of the carpool line for an hour and a half, waiting on them, I can just pull my little van seat back as far as it'll go and as low as it'll go, and it'll just sit right up on the steering wheel, and I can listen to my side note. Here is the other paint by number that I was telling you about. Wait, hold on. I think my husband has it on like the German side. No? It's just in German, or whatever language that is. It's actually got these 3. Leah, buddy, could you be more in the way? It's got these 3 in it. It's got this one, and this one. And they're all on frames. They come pre-framed. So, I haven't done this one yet. But I will. I will do it. When I get done with all the other ones that I've got. All the other diamond kits that I have. I'll eventually do that. That'll be for our next house when we move. It'll be like a decoration we'll put up behind the couch or something. I don't know. No rush. Hey, y'all. It's me yet again. So, I shot this video here. And I got interrupted a bunch of times. I was really fucking annoyed. I was like, oh my god, this is so stressful. So then I reshot it in my car in airplane mode. And I didn't get interrupted. But you can't see anything because it's tiny and dark in my car. So, ultimately, I think I'm either going to reshoot it again, which, y'all, like, I really love me some diamond painting, but, like, I don't love it this much. I don't want to do, like, 3 versions of the same stupid video. So I'm probably just going to post the original one, but I'm going to add this video that's like, okay, so I know I seem really annoyed and frustrated, and it's, like all over the place, and I apologize for that. But I did reshoot it in my car, and it was worse. So, I'm just going to probably go with the original, and I hope you like it, and if you don't, then don't watch it, that's okay, I'm not upset.